Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank, and I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Today, we have not one, but two guests on the podcast. We will be joined today by CEO of the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, Candace McGraw, and Lee Crume, President and CEO of Triad. Candace will be talking to us about holiday travel and what to expect the next time you're at CVG. If you've read our most recent Business Journal article, you'll know that a lot of changes have been happening over there at the airport, so we wanted to have Candace on to talk about those changes. Lee Crume will be joining us to talk about the William T. Bill Robinson III Northern Kentucky Economic Development Award, which is going to be given out at annual dinner on December 16th. Before we hear from our great podcast sponsors, I want to give everyone a heads up that we do have some changes to the podcast due to the holidays. We will not be having a podcast on November 22nd, December 20th, and December 27th. Now, thanks to our sponsors, our title sponsor, CVG, that we'll hear from later, our digital sponsor, C-Crew Consulting, and our episode sponsors, Horan and Heartland Bank.
CVG Airport is the lowest fare airport in the tri-state region with 54 nonstop flights and direct international service to 7 destinations, including Paris, France, and now home to both DHL's and Amazon's global cargo hubs. The airport is furthering its position as leader in aviation and is deeply committed to being an economic driver for the community. You can learn more and start your next adventure at cvgairport.com.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C-Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C-Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C-Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast. I'm here with CEO of CVG, Candace McGraw. Candace, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, let's jump right into it. I know you have a ton to talk about today. So first off, what is the current status of air travel? What are you guys seeing at the airport right now?
Thankfully, business has picked up from where we were certainly at the start of the pandemic. I think, this summer we were at levels at about 80% of our 2019 passenger volumes. And I think we'll see that through the balance of the year. So the beginning of the year started off slow, end of the year much more robust. And we'll finish this year at about 70% of the passengers that we had in 2019.
Wow, so that's really picked back up. And like you said, end of the year, holiday travel, I'm sure everybody is finally taking those trips that they've been putting off. Right. And is there anything that people can expect next time they come into CVG other than the mask updates? I know you guys have been moving and shaking out there.
I'll tell you, in terms of physical infrastructure, if you haven't been to the airport for a while, we opened up our new consolidated rental car facility. That facility opened in mid-October. So as you're coming into the airport, you'll have a different roadway infrastructure than you had been used to previously. Hopefully our overhead signage, we've worked very hard to make sure it conveys accurate and complete directions for you. If you are coming via a shuttle, a hotel shuttle, or from one of our parking products, you will be parking on our new ground transportation center. It will be completely covered. Your journey is attached through either the baggage claim level where the rental cars are operating, or we have a new ticketing space that's being finalized and you can walk through there. So you'll have a slightly different journey in, but we hope you appreciate it and like what you'll see.
So what do you expect going into the holidays and then into 2020?
So into the holidays, we'll have about 80% passenger volume that we did through 2019. I think we'll see that through the balance of the year. In 2022, we've budgeted for about 75% overall of the passengers. I'm hopeful that we'll see more business travel coming back through the airport and we'll bounce back to our 2019 levels even earlier than what we anticipate. We see a lot of heavy leisure travel, and we see a lot of the small and medium-sized businesses bringing passengers back. And hopefully the larger businesses will be comfortable traveling as well as we go in through 2022 and beyond.
Right. And then is there anything that people need to expect when they're planning these upcoming holiday trips, these year-end trips that maybe they've been putting off for a little while? Are there any mask mandates? Are there any COVID protocols that they need to be aware of when they're coming to the airport?
Certainly, by federal mandate, masks are required anywhere on airport property. So as you're coming into the terminal building, we will ask that you have your mask. We have some available if for whatever reason you have forgotten them or, are in need of a fresh mask. But from the time you enter our terminal building and transit through, certainly on the aircraft, and then wherever your destination is, you will also be required to have the mask on the whole time until you exit that terminal building. So just know that that is a requirement that is enforced. The airlines are very mindful to make those announcements while people are traveling.
Right. And like you mentioned earlier, you guys have had a ton of changes. So this is a quick and easy one for our viewers who are maybe planning trips. What is, in your opinion, the most efficient way in and out of CVG this holiday season?
The most efficient way, I would say, really, I think any if you want to drive your own car here, certainly we have ground transportation. We certainly have options for rideshare or drop off pick up. Hopefully every way into CVG is efficient and easy. What I would always recommend to check out our website, cvgairport.com. That website has a lot of good information on it. We monitor our time through the TSA checkpoints in real time. So, when you get here, it may not be truly reflective, but it'll give you an indication. We also, if you haven't traveled in the airport for a while, or maybe you're a little apprehensive about traveling, we have a series of videos you can watch that'll walk you through our passenger journey, give you an idea what to expect when you're here. Or say you don't have any plans right now for the holidays and you want to do those last minute vacations. We have great charts on our airport website showing you where we have all our direct flights, which carriers will take you there, and you can even build a little vacation around it.
Well, that sounds very cool. So, and one last thing, you are the expert, excuse me. Do you have any other tips and tricks for people that might be traveling soon? I know I haven't traveled in a really long time. It feels like I've forgotten how.
Well, it's funny that you say that. I've traveled a bit, right, but not my usual schedule. And I just came back from a trip the other day and realized I had left a lot of things out of my little travel bag, right? So I think we're all out of practice. It'll take us a little bit of time to get back into it, but we hope the journey through our airport is easy, convenient, efficient. And if folks have questions while we're here, we do have our airport ambassadors. Again, we have a lot of information on our website, or our customer service team is always here to answer any questions you might have.
Okay. Well, Candace, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to talk with us today. And we look forward to talking to you in the future as well.
Great. Well, thanks for having me. I always love talking about the airport, and anything we can do to help facilitate travel, that's what we're here to do.
All right. Thanks, Candace.
Thanks.
Each week on the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast, we highlight 5 chamber businesses. Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we will highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. Black Tent is an award-winning commercial video production company and the official film crew of Doers, Dreamers, and Go-Getters. They offer video marketing, video production, aerial video, photography, and virtual reality services worldwide. The Brighton Center's mission is to create opportunities for individuals and families to reach self-sufficiency through family support services, education, employment, and leadership. Over the course of 55 years, they have grown to provide a comprehensive, holistic range of programs and services. Writing Enhancement Services specializes in business writing initiatives, from marketing materials to report writing, to operation manuals, to script writing, to presentations, to white papers, and professional magazine articles. They offer proofreading, copy editing, technical writing, and resume and executive profile development. Industrious Marketing helps clients with holistic marketing strategy and implementation designed to increase revenue and reduce headaches. Led by veteran marketing and communications executive Emily Kendall, Industrious Marketing serves a wide range of clients, from venture capital firms to commercial construction managers. Fifth Third Bancorp is a diversified financial services company headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the indirect parent company of Fifth Third Bank National Association, a federally chartered institution. As of June 30th, 2021, the company had $205 billion in assets and operates more than 1,000 full-service banking centers and more than 2,000 Fifth Third branded ATMs. Yes, I have a bonus interview for you guys today. I'm here with Lee Crume, President and CEO of Northern Kentucky Triad. Lee, how's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you for having me today.
Of course. So we are here today to talk about annual dinner. We are going to talk about the award that Triad is giving out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about it. What's the award? What's it for? And who's getting it this year?
Sure. So annually we give out the William T. Bill Robinson III Northern Kentucky Economic Development Award. And it's really recognizes Bill Robinson and the contributions that he made to our community throughout his life and his career. And we look to honor somebody who's made similar contributions or achievements through their work and life in Northern Kentucky. This year, we're going to recognize Ralph Dries. I think everybody knows that Mr. Dries, of course, passed away in the last year, but was just really a titan of our community. Obviously, the president and greatly expanded the Dries Corporation, but we really wanted to recognize some of the things that he did.
Right. And so when you're thinking about candidates, obviously in Northern Kentucky, we have so many leaders and pillars in the business community. How did you guys settle on Dries, and what does that process look like when you guys are picking these awards?
Yeah, so usually in the run up to the annual dinner, we'll work with the chamber. They'll kind of put it on our radar screen. We actually take the question to our board and ask our whole boards. We have a 23-person board that's made up of both public and private sector leaders. Mm-hmm. We ask them who do they think has made great accomplishments. We'll take that information to our executive committee. The executive committee will distill it to some final candidates, and then usually we'll take that back to our board for the final vote. So we like to think we get a pretty thorough lens on the community as a whole and who's really doing great work out there.
Yeah. And when you think of Ralph Dries, this year's recipient, what's one of the things that really stands out to you as to why you guys are giving him this award?
When you read about Ralph and you understand his life and legacy in Northern Kentucky, there's not one thing that you can look at. I've had the opportunity to go to Dries Pavilion, which they opened in DeVoe Park for the 75th anniversary of the company. Just this magnificent gift to the community up there with great views. Mm-hmm. But you also have to remember Mr. Dries was Kenton County Judge Executive. He was a leader in his political party. And of course, he took a privately held construction company and grew it into a multi-billion-dollar entity that employed nearly 1,000 people before he handed off the reins to his son. Mm-hmm. I think at the time that he left actively leading the company, it was one of the 15 largest private builders in the country. So, it's just somebody that's made gigantic investments in our community, from civic to political or public sector and private sector.
Yeah, well, it is such an awesome thing to be able to give this award away. We have a ton of other award recipients that we will be presenting at annual dinner. But before I let you go, obviously the year is coming to a close. What is coming up for Triad in the coming year in 2022? Well,
certainly, it's been a busy last couple of years. We're really looking forward to next year. We're gonna go public with a campaign, so a little preview for you that we've been working on over the last year to launch 4 new exciting initiatives in the community. One dealing with workforce solutions analysis. Where are the disconnects in our workforce system? The other around targeted business growth. How do we help existing companies grow and bring the right kind of companies to our community? One called a data-informed community. How do we get the right information in the right public and private sector leader hands so they can make good decisions on our community's behalf? And then finally, we want to launch what's called the Port of Northern Kentucky. It's an economic development entity that exists today, mm-hmm. but hopefully we want to put a little fuel in. So 4 really giant initiatives we hope to start kicking off in January.
Well, that is super exciting. And is there anything else that our podcast guests need to know about you or Triad?
Boy, that's a leading question. Probably don't have that kind of time.
Well, Lee, thank you so much for this, and I hope our podcast guests will join us at annual dinner on December 16th.
Hi, I'm Shannon Schumacher, Account Executive, Kentucky Market Leader. At Haran, we champion bold innovation to help employers and individuals thrive. As an industry thought leader, we explore new horizons in healthcare, benefits, employee engagement, and wellness. We work harder to deliver all the strategic benefits, planning, and execution you expect from a true partner. And we do it with laser focus on your short and long-term outcomes to help manage your benefits while improving your employee experience.
So Heartland is celebrating its 110th anniversary this year. Recently, we partnered with the Kinkle family and the Fisher family in northern Kentucky, Boone, Kenton, and Campbell counties. And we have 3 offices there to serve the northern Kentucky region. Just remember, when the economy heats up, come see us at Heartland Bank, where banking really feels good.
Come on over to Heartland, where banking feels good.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you really enjoyed those conversations with Lee and with Candace. And I hope the conversation with Lee made you, commit to coming to annual dinner this year on December 16th at the Northern Kentucky Convention Center. It's going to be a great night of celebrating the business community in Northern Kentucky. And I think after the past couple of months we've had, we all deserve it. Thanks again to our sponsors, CVG, C-Crew Consulting, Haran, and Heartland Bank. If you're a member who would like to be featured on the Northern Kentucky Spotlight podcast, or if you're interested in becoming a member of the Northern Kentucky Chamber, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. You can find her contact information in our staff directory at nkychamber.com. You guys will not hear from us next week, but you will hear from us very soon. Hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving.